Ngeba Sojola here. Now, there are a number of weapons which were claimed that were used in the war between Ukraine and Russia. Now, the first one was basically chemical weapons. Now, when we speak about chemical weapons, particularly we need to go back to Syria and what happened from 2011 right up to 2015, right? Now, there were two basic accusations of usage of chemical weapons. Now, the one was in 2013, believed to be used by the rebels, ISIS, using sarin gas, but eventually came out that the rebels never had the ability or basically the resources to produce sarin gas. Now, another accusation which was done to the Syrian government, to basically the president of Syria, Assad, and basically there were some bodies claiming that Assad had used chemical weapons in the form of gas, chlorine gas, and white phosphorus. This accusation came around about in 2015, right? But eventually it came out as in false. Now I'm speaking about chemical weapons because there was a claim by Russia that Ukraine had chemical weapons that they destroyed. So you see, when you're under war, you're never sure of what the truth is, right? But that was one of the weapons which are not actually allowed in war, right? Another weapon which was claimed to be used was the vacuum bomb. Now, the Ukrainian army claimed that the Russian used a vacuum bomb in the form of isobaric rocket launchers. Thermobaric rocket launchers. Basically, a vacuum bomb, when it explodes, it sucks out oxygen right from the atmosphere around the area you want to affect, right? And it uses this oxygen as gas, as fuel, when it sparks a flame to produce a really big explosion. So this is thermobaric, right? So these are the two. And the third one is basically known as the cluster bomb. The cluster bomb was made famous by the Israelis when they used it against Palestine in 2014. So cluster bomb is basically a missile that has smaller bombs or smaller ammunition or smaller bullets in the missile. At a certain height, that missile opens up and then releases those small bombs which explode in a small area. It covers a small area, but multiple bombs fall at that. Now, the Ukrainian army basically claims that Russia has been using cluster bombs, especially around civilian areas. So, but this is basically covering the types of weapons which are not allowed in war, which were basically covered in the Ukraine-Russian conflict. For more information, please watch the next video. Thank you.